Hi guys! This time I'm going to guide you on how to add or deactivate employees in the system, how to add or remove permissions per user, and how to remove a user if needed. To start, let's go to the side panel of the page and click Employees. This section will give you the list of all employees in the system. To add a new one, click the Create Employee button here and make sure to fill in the information, especially the mandatory fields. On the first tab, we have here Personal Details, where you can put in the first and last name of the employee. This is also the space where you can put in the profile picture, mobile number, and select the default page. Let's say you choose Home under this drop-down. Every time the employee logs in from Codetrite, he or she will be routed to the home page. The next tab will be the Account. This is the space where you can put in the username and password for you to log in. And of course, add the email address. Since this is used for the forgot password function, then you can go through each detail here depending on the access you need your employees to have. The next we have here is companies and emails. An important field here is the from email. So this will determine the email address that will appear on the message sender form that will be sent to the client. You also have the option to add a default email signature for the employee in this part. So lastly, we have here permissions. You have to select which role you would give to the employee, and the system will set the modules that will be accessible to the user. I'll select sales as an example. Depending on the role, some permissions would be available and some would not. You can go through each main page, example, Workflow Manager, and you can check this button here to show all inner permissions. To add extra permission, you may check the boxes that apply, and the employee should have access to them. For example, if you want to allow the employee to update archive order date, you may check this box. If you want to remove the permission like the ability to update sales representatives in Workflow Manager, uncheck this box instead. So after going through all the permissions, don't forget to save everything by clicking this button. As you can see, a tag will show here saying that employee was successfully saved. So to see the newest employee added, scroll down the page and it can be found at the bottom of the list. To go back to the employee form to update some information and permissions, you may click this edit button. So in case you want to deactivate an employee, you may do so by toggling off this button. Deactivating an employee means that they won't be able to log in into Codetrite. This is handy if you want to use that extra seat for another employee instead. If you click this button though, it would archive and disable the employee altogether, which means that the user would also be removed from the list. Select Yes to proceed. We don't actually delete employees here, and its purpose is to make sure all data are still existing in the system, including the created appointments, codes, jobs, and even the figures in the reports. To view the archived employee, go to the top, click the button beside Create Employee, and choose View Archived Employees. Locate the employee that you wanted to send back to the active list, then click this button. Click Yes to proceed. If you want to go back to the active list, just go back and click this button and then view active employees. So that's it for now. As always, we have prepared lots of videos for you to learn more about Codetrite. Thanks!